Hi, my name is Rowan Balzern and I welcome you to the Cohorts of Kargonar gameplay video for our crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo.com. I've already registered an account, so now we'll be taking our first steps to join the Cohorts of Kargonar. And to be honest, I already skipped introduction, etc. and so I can get right into the fun. So this is the main screen. What you see here is Kargoth. It's the, we could say, capital city of Kargonar. That's where you spend, let's say, a lot of time. It's a bit complicated, so we'll skip this for now and we'll just start right off with questing. So here I am. This is the very first map you'll be on. We're here inside the Cohorts Academy, and we're gonna pick a fight now. So this is your first fight. This is also a technology show-off. I'm showing you how the game is, how the game looks like. So here we have our instructor telling us what to do, and they want me to fight this guy here in the middle, Calvus he's called, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do him this favor and pick a fight. In Cohorts of Kargonar, the battle system is a bit special. Maybe if you know games like Disciples 2 or things like you might be a little bit familiar with it. So far there are just two people on the battlefield, which is me and Calvus. Though later in the game you can have up to 6 units on your side fighting against up to 6 enemies. We have a normal attack, we have spells, and we have items that we can use in combat. So let's use the Stomp spell right from the beginning, because it has an awesome stun and Calvus won't be able to attack us. We can attack him twice in a row, and I'll forward this quickly, this fight. It won't take too long anyway, and then we can continue with the quest itself. So, Calvus is dead. Well, not actually dead, but I beat him in the fight, and that's what matters, right? So, let me tell you a bit what Cohorts of Kargonar is about. Cohorts of Kargonar is a fantasy adventure RPG. This really describes it quite well, because you quest around with your cohortion. You gather tons of stuff. Like, for example, let me show you. You have the cohort panel here. This is we just have our hero here. You see, level 1 warrior. That's us. I can zoom in so you can see this one better. And you can here you have place enough to collect and let's say store the most different units, and you can equip your cohort with whatever unit you like. We have spells and items. We have the character, I mean your cohortion. You can equip him. There are a ton of items you can use to improve your cohortion. Then there is a very and also very important part of the game is your personal village. That's right. When you enter Cohorts of Kargonar, when you join the Cohortion League, you get an own patch of land where you can build your a little village. You'll gather buildings and plants and stuff after a while. Now, for example, There's the alchemist. There is well, there are many things. There is a village video where I build up my own village. Click on the link below if you want to watch it. There. Now, most the Cohorts of Kargonar's quest system is unlike the current MMORPGs. So in the current MMORPGs you are probably used to big arrows above your head pointing you in the right direction, big yellow question marks above the NPCs' heads to show you whether they have quests or not. Now here in the first 2 hours it isn't that clearly visible. We call it the prologue. It's a rather easy part for the player, but later on you'll be really outside in a larger collection of maps, let's call it the world, where you just talk to people, right? You still solve quests, but it's you don't have quest logs. You're not. It's just you and your memory. I hope you understand what I mean. It's not like you're not gonna feel stupid. And this is also an interesting aspect of the game. It happens that you feel lost. Even I do. It just happens when you log in the next day and you try to remember, what did this guy tell me, what did he want from me, or where do I need to go. You maybe don't remember, and that's perfectly normal. We have a ton of quests already, and it is not required to play every quest. Actually, very few are required, and those who are you can barely miss. And this is what Cohorts of Kargonar is all about. So let me show you what features you can expect in Cohorts of Kargonar. Or let me show you Kargoth itself with all its parts. You've already seen the character, right? The inventory. That's where you have all your items, like your backpack. And then let's go from the start. This is Sam's tavern. Sam is like the richest guy in Kargoth, or maybe all of Kargonar, and he owns also this tavern. And here you can buy and sell items and chat in here, chat with people who are online. Then you have the fortress, which holds your cohort and the units you gathered. We've seen the village before. I'll show you a more advanced village in a moment. Then we have the post office. You can write to other players. You have a chapter house where you can be part of a guild, and the auction house exists too, of course. When other people are online, which sadly isn't the case at the moment, you also see them quest around. You can talk to them and ask stuff like, so where was the guy who wanted that item? And you see people can read what you're asking, and then you can communicate and find your way through Cohorts of Kargonar. Yeah, the Cohorts of Kargonar is really about adventuring. You know, if you are exploring, if you might find hidden places, you might find a lot of quests other players don't, and there's also a lot about choices. So if you choose to help for example the Baron, or rather to kill the Baron or so, the quests take different ways, and you get also different rewards, different things happen. That's how Cohorts of Kargonar works. with the Cohorts of Kargonar we also have a very elaborate background. We how do you say, admin tools and such, so we can be quite productive. So we've spent a lot of time to prepare for regular content upgrades, so expect a lot of new content once the game is launched. So I've promised you to show you a more advanced and more built up village. Let me log in with my main account and I can show you. This is my village. You can see here that there's a lot of stuff you can build, definitely. And let's take a look at some of the more interesting buildings. Now, there we have the archery range. As you can see here, there are different paths, different skill trees you can take with your unit. So we start out with the Shire Slinger. He'll be level 1 once he decided to join us, and at level 10 he'll advance to whatever I've skilled previously. I didn't skill anything so far, as you can see, but every unit has unique stats and eventually spells. It all differs a bit. This is it's a really interesting part about. So every cohort in the end will be a little bit different from another cohort, and once we have a wide range of units, which is already somewhat now the case, the possible combinations in a cohort grows really big. Same goes for the sword barracks. We start with an armed peasant, and here I have different possibilities. In the end, at level 50, I'll have either a veteran, a militia captain, or a battle master. If I decide, of course, to keep this unit. It is a rather strong one, so probably I will, but who knows? And I also should have an alchemist here. Ah, right, there we go. The alchemist is someone who can... Oh, herbalist, sorry. The herbalist is someone who can combine items, and it's a sort of combining items which really fits to the no quest log, no help mentality of Cohorts of Kargonar. You don't have recipes, or to see it from another perspective, you have all the recipes from scratch, but you do not know them. This is the problem. So, and we already have a lot of recipes, so by figuring out, just by trying out, you will be able to create recipes on yourself. Then of course there are a lot of beautification doodads, and if you donate for the project, for example, you'll get a little palace. This is so far the biggest thing I have. It's a landlord mansion with atrium. Yeah, and let me show you how this works. There. Okay, so here's a place where I could build it. There you go. Yeah, it's just I barely have it's a bit too big. I'll try with another. I'll build a hut for a small demonstration. There. Yeah, there. Oh, let's build it over here. Wonderful. I just built a small hut. So, I already want to thank you if you consider donating for this project. It has been a true passion for both of us for the last years, and and we really want to bring this to open beta. There's not much left, it's just a small step, yet still the small step so far looks like impassable to us, because we simply lack the funds. That's why we are on Indiegogo.com. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you'll have fun playing it. Goodbye.